Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ben. I had an idea for a video about drugs and my opinion on most drugs, ones that are illicit right now, such as hard street drugs, and also cannabis is illegal in the United Kingdom unless you have a CAN card, which means you can smoke marijuana medicinally if you have a prescription for it, due to a long-standing mental health condition such as anxiety or depression, or more commonly usually found are seizures from people who usually will suffer from some type of epilepsy, which can cause seizures to occur quite randomly. Basically, my idea, which will sound quite absurd and weird, but I actually think it would work. I think it's time for the government to do something about the prohibition of drugs in this country generally, and it's time to legalise drugs which are currently illegal. And basically this would mean that people or users of hard drugs would be able to get the drugs they are looking for in order to feel normal, without having the strong possibility of their drugs being bashed, or more commonly known as adulterated with additional substances, which can often cause a lot of harm and even death to the user. Many people know about the drug called Valium, which is called diazepam, as its generic name, and Valium is the original trade name marketed by Roche in 1963. I think it was first marketed by Roche as the trade name Valium. And diazepam still exists today, both on prescription, if you're very lucky, or on the black market from people who get other people's prescriptions, or drugs that become mislaid or obtained from other illegal sources. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I don't claim to be an expert in where all the Valium, or so-called Valium, blues and yellows come from into the United Kingdom, but most likely they come into the United Kingdom on cargo vessels, freight containers. That's just like how cocaine in large hauls enters the country. Basically, they will put drugs into other things that people, or more likely border control and the police, are not likely to look into. And people have thought long and hard about ways of getting illegal drugs into this country, and the police will never get control over it, in my opinion, not for the next 1,000 years. Well, they can think they will, but they'll probably know themselves that the war on drugs in the United Kingdom is never going to be, well, it's not even going to be a proper war on drugs, because every drug dealer that gets sent down, there'll be another 2 or 3 that pop up due to the amount of money that can be made from selling the Class A drugs such as cocaine, heroin and methamphetamine. And you can even make a little bit of money by selling diazepam, Valium tablets and Xanax tablets and clonazepam and all that kind of stuff, all the benzos, even sedative hypnotic drugs such as Ropipril and Zolpidem can be sold for a little bit of markup if bought in bulk, such as 10,000 tablets at a time, or even 1,000 tablets at a time. You can make a little bit of money off it on the side, and no one will ever find out. And I don't actually do this, believe it or not, but I know people who have done in the past, and some people who still do to this day. But obviously, no names will be mentioned because it is private and confidential. But yeah, basically, I think if a lot of street drugs were made legal in this country, they would be pure and only contain the drug, the actual substance, psychoactive substance, a active ingredient which causes the actual high or the desired effect, I should have said, to the end user, and should not ever contain any adulterating agents or as such people call it, drugs being bashed with different substances which make up the bulk of it, make up the weight, so that dealers can make more markup on each drug. And of course, money is everything to a lot of people in this country and in this world, not just this country, United States of America to Australasia. Drugs make money, money makes the world go round, and not a lot changes that, apart from when your mental health goes downhill from using a lot of drugs. And well, then you're on other drugs like prescription drugs, which pharmaceutical drugs, guys, pharmaceuticals are actually worse than street drugs, illegal street drugs I should say, in the long and hard scheme of things. I mean, because of, well, for example, benzodiazepines, like I was talking about earlier, they're physically addictive, and a lot of people say, including myself, benzodiazepines such as Xanax and clonazepam, even diazepam, aka Valium, but these sort of drugs are harder to come off and combat than heroin and crack. But most people don't realise they have a physical dependency to a benzodiazepine or more than one benzodiazepine medication. They can get a physical dependency on one within 2 to 3 weeks of everyday use, but their doctor will likely not tell them this, even though it is the truth. Because doctors make money by prescribing more medications, or at least in the United States of America this is the case, or it was the case. And as you may know, I used to be prescribed a strong synthetic opioid called Oxycontin, which is renowned in the United States of America, and it's also known as hillbilly heroin. And in my opinion and experience, Oxycontin at doses from between 60 milligrams and 160 or 180 milligrams once or twice, it's a different need to heroin. It's probably 10 to 20 times stronger than the diamorphine or heroin you get in the United Kingdom, unless you're on about diamorphine from being administered in a hospital setting, obtained from a pharmacy, which is obviously going to be pure diamorphine, and not the brown we get in the United Kingdom, which is bashed up and back, and you know what I mean, has little to no effect. I've never had a proper effect of heroin in my life, despite what you might think. That's why I enjoyed my time using Oxycontin, and even morphine such as Zomorph, Oxycontin and Oromorph. Even these types of morphine were more potent than any heroin I've tried from around the country, and I have obtained gear, the brown dark, from various areas of the United Kingdom, such as from Aberdeen to Glasgow to Edinburgh to just outside Edinburgh, Birmingham, Manchester, Salford, and just outside Birmingham as well, and London area, the Kent, Essex, Suffolk, Cambridgeshire as well, and Cornwall to Devon where I live now, and well, I've bought some in Exeter before, and also around Barnstable, Bideford, Ilford, Coombe, Blackpool as well, when I went up there, Manchester, Tameside and Manchester. It's all total crap, BS basically, all the stuff doesn't have any effect. Pilling, sniffing, smoking or throwing a pipe, no effect, literally none. Even if I bought 10 blues of it, no effect. 20 blues, you have effect of the fucking diacetyl, yeah, but you don't have the fucking narcotic opioid effect from the dark. Well, I don't anyway. I mean, I'm speaking generally, but I've seen other people do exactly the same amount as myself. And they go over within 30 seconds, not go over as such, but they get gouged out, go on the nod, and all of this kind of malarkey. When I'm still there, totally straight, no effects at all. And like, I'm talking to these people who have just like done like the tiny, like a 10 bag 0.12 or whatever you get nowadays for 10 quid. fucking nothing basically. You need to pay up like half a gram or a gram to have a bloody effect of ground in this country, and even then you'll still be lucky to have an effect. Although, disclaimer, if you try using amounts I've said in this video rather than 10 bag kind of amounts, which might have negligible effects if you're about 5 stone and 4'1", do so at your own risk, because I can't take responsibility and I will not be liable for your death and your family's grieving if you overdose and you don't have any naloxone, yellow pen, the naloxone pen for a friend or partner or family member to administer into you intramuscularly in order to reverse the effects of the narcotics you put into your bloodstream, basically. So that's my disclaimer. I just think the war on drugs has got totally out of control, and the more you have of something, the less you will want to use it. It's logical. The more money you have, it doesn't mean you'll spend more money. It means you'll worry about getting money less. It makes sense. Same goes with drugs. The more drugs you have, it doesn't mean the more you'll use it. And I not mean like having a quarter ounce of coke or something. I'm all about having like 2 or 3 kilos of coke. 2 or 3 bricks, slabs, bricks of coke, each one being a kilo. And you ain't gonna be using that in a day or two. That's gonna last you a considerably long period of time, unless, well, you could use it a lot quicker, obviously, but it'd be quite immature and inappropriate and a bit stupid too, because obviously the therapeutic dose of cocaine isn't far below the danger zone, so to speak, and the lethal dose, I think, is the proper terminology for what I am saying. And, well, as these two are very close in proximity, it will be very easy to have a heart attack like one of my mates did, SB, who passed away on his mother's doorstep about 5 or 6 years ago, and he was just sniffing something. I've lost about 13 friends in the last year and a half to drugs, and SB, he didn't overdose on opioids or opiates or benzos mixed with them. He overdosed by sniffing too much Charlie, too much white, and he suffered a cardiac arrest, aka a heart attack, and his mum found him on his doorstep. So yeah, it's a very strong sniff, or he just sniffed, but had a lot of that shit over it, basically. We'll never know, because he's not around to tell us anymore, and I was actually the last person to speak to my old mate. Rest in peace, Sean. It's very upsetting when you lose friends to drugs. I lost another friend the other day. A friend I met in hospital in our section of Northern View in North Devon District Hospital in Barnstable. And that was very upsetting. We don't know how she died. It could have been a number of things. It could be that she diazepam with probably lethal amounts of another much stronger benzodiazepine within it, which can kill a lot of human beings without a proper large tolerance to benzodiazepine-based medications. So yeah, that's basically sums up my video for now. So yeah, if you've enjoyed listening to what I've had to say, or have any comments regarding the information I'm trying to portray to you, then please don't hesitate to comment below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And also, if you wish to hear more from me and my views on the prohibition of drugs and addicts, to dealers, etc., then please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel, and I will be making many more videos about this subject in the near future. So yeah, stay tuned folks, and I hope you are enjoying the weather. Have a nice day all. Bye for now. Cheers.